team that has had.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now, and we are underway from Miami. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. To throw right away is Howell. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Room here to run. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
1st and goal, Washington.
They'll run with Robinson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Now they go play action with Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Howell, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Sly able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throw caught by A-Chain. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To a hit, and the ball is out. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Waddle, the motion man right. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Trying to power it in with Arma. And they bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Powell on the QB sneak, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The sneak successful from a yard out, and his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes our score 17-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Tua now on 1st down. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Tua now on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Higgins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
59 yards on the ground for him so far. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just...
There he goes, right side. Running free at the 45. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
1st down, Commanders.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. One last shot before the break. Howell. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Dolphins, nothing.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Joey Slye and a kickoff for the Commanders.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. In motion, Hill. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Daron Payne able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On target over the middle to Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Across midfield. He's on his way. Jalen Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 78 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Howell. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Now this drive will begin with a run from Achane. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
First down, they go back to Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to pass. Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Montez Sweat showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
This is taken at about the 14. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent... And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Howell flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. They'll go play action. Howell taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. And even 40 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead. But those other guys...
Back now in Miami. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing here, Howell. Being chased out left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Howell throwing on third down here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Cameron Curl. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Little bootleg here. Howell. He'll buy some time right. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. To the pitch and catch, good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Raekwon Davis breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions, and he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He connected on his first, this from 41. Sly able to put this one through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing Tua. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Tua. And This is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Quan Martin.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
And he will have a Commander's first down, and that should just about do it.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.